everybody. So I know this is kind of a different view, but my phone needs to be on the charger and I want to sit on my bed. So, but this is Things to Be Happy About Part 3. So if you have been watching, there's been a Part 1 and a Part 2 of things that make me happy. So let's get started with Part 3. The fact that Bug Soother was created. Whoever created Bug Soother is a genius, because that stuff really works. And I love that stuff. Number 2, being able to open a Starburst with my tongue. Everybody knows the Starburst candy. I can literally put one in my mouth completely wrapped and unwrap it with my tongue. The joy in that is unstoppable. Next is donuts of all varieties, except for I don't like cream filled or jelly filled, but I like donuts, like little donuts or big donuts, or I haven't tried the Hertz donuts yet, but I know that I need to, so I'm going to do that soon. Next is going out for breakfast instead of just having cereal. Normally we go out for lunch or dinner, but like going out for breakfast is just like fun for me. I enjoy going out for breakfast because I love I love breakfast food from a restaurant. I guess that's the best way I can word that. Next is 7-Up when your tummy is upset. So whenever you have an upset tummy, 7-Up, Sprite, even ginger ale. Those three just really help coat the tummy and help make you feel better. If you ate something bad or whatever, 7-Up is definitely handy. Next is BioFreeze. Again, whoever created BioFreeze is an absolute genius. Helps take away all your aches and pains and doesn't smell that bad. Like icy hot kind of smells. So I don't like that. Next is cake and ice cream. Whether it's your birthday or your parents' birthday or not even a birthday at all, you just have a random cake in your fridge, which I do right now. And just putting a piece of cake in a bowl with some ice cream, heaven on earth. It's just amazing. I love cake and ice cream. Next is reading your favorite childhood book. Mine is Corduroy. If you don't remember Corduroy, it's about a little stuffed teddy bear that loses one of his buttons and thinks that he's not perfect anymore, and that no one will ever love him because he's missing a button. He ends up finding this little girl that loves him for who he is and eventually sews his button back on. But it's just a really good story, and I've loved it since I was a little kid. Still love it to this day, and now more, of course, understand the story of it. Next is my Reborn dolls. Those of you who know me really well know that I have 2 Reborn dolls, and they both bring me a lot of joy, and I love just holding them, changing their clothes. Even though it's not a real baby, I just love the fact of them being here as a good support system. Next is just watching a movie in general, whether it's a movie I've seen 100 times or a movie I'm seeing for the first time. I'm usually genuinely happy while I'm watching a movie. Next is jumping up and down on a trampoline. Whether it's that little one for exercise or it's a big giant one, either way, jumping on a trampoline can be really satisfying. So I love that. I wish I had one, but anyway, I don't. Next is jumping into a pile of leaves. After all that hard work of raking them up into a pile or blowing them into a pile, because my dad has a leaf blower, it's just fun to kind of just dive yourself into them and hear the crustle and the rustle of the leaves. I really love that. Next is catching a fish. Even if you've been fishing all day long and you finally caught your first fish, it's really exciting, because you just feel accomplished, you feel like you did something. So next is a music box. I have only one that actually and it's a Little Mermaid one, of course, because my Little Mermaid is my thing. And it plays Part of Your World. Just like each time you open it, it starts off where you left off with the song, and it's just utterly amazing. And if you close it, the music stops. So cool. Next is going anywhere and having free Wi-Fi. that you can just automatically connect to the internet. You don't need a stupid password, and it's not locked, and just get, you know, free unlimited access to the internet, and that's pretty amazing. Next is smell of Play-Doh. When you open a new jar of Play-Doh, that smell can be, for me, really satisfying. And then like playing with Play-Doh in general, just kind of like, you know, really working it with my hands, I enjoy that. So next is a full refrigerator. Whether you have a mini fridge or a big fridge, if it is full of food and drinks, it's satisfying, you know. And then, you know, you got something to drink and you got something to eat, so it's satisfying. Next is mozzarella sticks. Oh my god, when those are cooked all the way through, they're so amazing. Even from a restaurant, from home, mozzarella sticks are amazing. If you don't agree with me, then you're weird, because fried cheese is just amazing. Next is secondhand store shopping, like Goodwill or Stuff or Salvation Army. I just love going into a store like that, finding a new treasure. There's always something to be found. You don't necessarily have to be looking for anything to find something. So I try to save some money from each paycheck, or from every other paycheck at least, to go thrift store shopping, because it's just really fun. Gummy candy, like gummy worms, gummy bears, anything like that. I bought a bag the other day, and oh my god, it was like total bliss. You know, just like, it's so good. Just so many different flavors going on in your mouth, and it's like an explosion of flavor, and it's just so amazing. I love gummy bears. Next is a reoccurring good dream. You've had the same good dream several times. It's satisfying. Next is Dr. Seuss books. I love how they rhyme. It's my favorite part of a Dr. Seuss book is the rhyming. That and the colorful pictures, and just the stories in general are really cool. Next is passing your driver's test. I remember it took me several Saturdays to go back and take my driving exam, and when I finally passed, I was like ecstatic, and I'm still ecstatic to this day knowing that I passed. You know, that was a big accomplishment, because I have friends that don't drive, and then I've had girlfriends that don't drive, and so I just, you know, knowing that I can drive is like really satisfying in my book. Next is yard sales. Same thing as thrift store shopping. You always find something new, whether you're looking for something or not. It's exciting when you come across something that your heart's always been looking for, but you didn't know you were looking for it. So next is a bunch of ducks swimming in the water. Just this last weekend, me and my parents went to Davenport, Iowa, rode on a water ferry kind of thing, and before we boarded the boat, we saw a bunch of ducks sitting on the water in a row, and it was really cool. And then last but certainly not least for tonight is quoting lines from your favorite movie. If you know, when you feel good if you remember them, and if you can make people laugh while quoting those movie lines, just makes you feel generally good about yourself. So yeah, I love that. All right, I'm gonna start a open new page, and I'm gonna start things to be happy about part 4. So stay tuned if you like this video, and if you do, give it a thumbs up.